Hi everyone. I'm back for another live stream where I'll cover our over 50 properties, almost all of which you can buy with owner financing, many for $1 down. And in this live stream, I'm also going to cover an interesting fact that I learned yesterday in my research. So stick around for that. All right, so very quickly, I'll run through all of our available properties today. I said 10 minutes, but that's probably going to go longer. And cover an interesting fact I learned and answer any questions. I'll also be checking the chat throughout if there are any questions while I'm covering the properties. All right, so for anyone who's not familiar with me and my company, my name is Erica. My company's Gökçe Capital. I buy and sell vacant land because I love this beautiful country and I think everyone deserves a chance to own a part of it. Our website is gökçecapital.com, and to find all of our properties, you can click Buy Land on the top of the website or go to gökçecapital.gocap.com/listings. All right, so we do buy and sell land across the U.S., and we have a map on our main listing page. Right now we have just over 50 properties available. Again, almost all of them can be purchased with owner financing. And on many of the properties, the down payment is as low as $1. So if you want to look at all of our properties, we have this map here. All of the pins are available properties. And if you click on a pin, it'll give you a link. I'm going to pause for a second. And just check with my team. How's the sound? Is it still good today? I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay. Now below the map, we do have a table. This gives you a little bit of information on each of our properties, as well as a link to the main listing page. I'll also note that you'll see this, it says status in the last column, and that's because we offer a hold option. So you can hold a property for up to 8 days. It's $40 for every 2 days. And that allows you to take the property off market so no one can buy it while you do your due diligence, because I know that for many people, it's very important to do your research before jumping in and making a purchase as big as land. But that does mean any property on hold, you can't buy at the moment, but we do have the date when the hold is up. So if there's a property you're really interested in and it's on hold, just check back at the date and time listed there to see if the person who had it on hold decided to move forward or not. All right. So yesterday I started at the top. Today I'll start at the bottom just for a little change. And yep, sound is good. Okay. So our first property on the list is number 743. It's in Putnam County. Putnam County is northern Florida, just outside of Jackson. And as you can see here, just outside of Jacksonville. As you can see here, it's again kind of in the center, which means that you're not going to have as much of the flooding issues that you might have on the coast. We like Putnam County a lot because there are a lot of affordable properties here. It is, like many of the areas we buy land in, it is a rural residential area. We tend to target areas that are a little bit outside of cities. So for anyone who's looking for like a larger lot, a little more privacy, a little more green, a little quieter than the city, or often these lots are mobile home lots. They're also almost all of our lots, not all of them, but almost all of our lots are residential lots. And a lot of them, like I said, do allow for mobile homes. So Putnam County is one county that does allow for mobile homes, and it's very affordable. You can see that our price right now is $12,997. We do have a couple other Putnam County properties at slightly different prices. They're all about half an acre, and they're all under $15,000. So Putnam's a great affordable entry into land ownership. And like I said, mobile homes are allowed in Putnam County, so it's a great place to put an affordable home. If that's what you're looking for, get out of renting, try to lower your monthly housing costs. Our next property is in Valencia County. This is another county we really, really like. Historically, we've sold a ton of land here. Actually, if you look at the title, this is Valencia 23. And I think we've sold a lot more than 23 properties in Valencia County. We just restarted the numbering system, but we've sold a ton of property here. It's a beautiful area with great views of the Manzano Mountains. This particular lot is not in an HOA. Very, very lightly restricted. A lot of people like to buy land here either for recreational purposes or to camp, maybe put an RV. There are even some people who homestead out here. So it's a very flexible lot, and it's also very, very affordable, under $10,000, actually under $8,000 for 5 acres. So that's a great thing about New Mexico, very affordable, great entry point into land. And we do offer owner financing with $1 down to make it even more affordable. All right. Our next lot is a unique lot, a little bit of an outlier because it's technically zoned commercial, but it is in El Paso County. So this is just outside of El Paso. This is kind of like a nice maybe investment lot because this area is still filling in. It's not fully developed yet. But there are some people who've bought here. You see someone put a small hauling business out here. So I think a lot of people, because it's owned commercial, buy lots here for things like storage or kind of light commercial uses that would require less density. I think actually some people even just kind of put RVs out here. So it is a unique zoning, also an area that is still waiting to fill in and be developed. It is half an acre and under 15,000, so another affordable entry into land ownership. All right. And then we have a set of 4 Luna County, New Mexico lots. Each of these are half an acre, but they're all adjacent to each other. So you could buy just one, or theoretically, you could come and buy all 4 of them for a full 2 acres. And Luna County is another rural New Mexico county, another very affordable, great entry point into land ownership. So if we zoom out, you see this is southern New Mexico. And each of these are under $2,000. So you can own land for under $2,000 in Luna County. That's a pretty good deal. And we, even at this price point, we also offer owner financing. All right, so we have another Putnam lot. I'll quickly show that, but like the other one, this is central northern Florida, also about half an acre and also under $12,000. Then we are getting into our North Carolina lots. We've bought a lot of land in North Carolina because there's been a huge amount of interest in North Carolina. Nice weather, an area that is rapidly developing, but still a lot more affordable than many other areas in the eastern kind of seaboard, east part of the U.S. So this one is a full acre in Warren County, and it's not quite waterfront, but very, very close to the water off of Lake Gaston, which is part of the Roanoke River, but it's actually a reservoir. It is a popular, actually, I say it's popular, it's a great recreational area, but it's a little less known compared to other recreational areas on the Roanoke River, so nowhere near as crowded as some other sections. I see Piplod, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, joined. Hello. So thank you for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, so it's a really nice area for anyone who's really interested in land by the water. And it is a full acre. Again, it's in a kind of quieter, little more private area. You can see here from the images how beautiful the area is. There are a lot of like big, nice waterfront homes nearby, so it has some pretty good potential. And it is in the Harbor Landing HOA, which means that the area is going to be well maintained and values are going to be protected. The next lot is in Wilson County. This is about 0.8 acres. It is off of NC 581 highway. This is a little closer to town, so a little bit less rural for anyone who wants some more amenities, just outside of Raleigh in North Carolina. Kind of a corner lot. And, I should note that on a lot of our North Carolina lots, we have done perk tests, which means that a septic system is going to work. And this is one of those that we've done a perk test on. And that also gets into my interesting fact, which I'll cover in a little bit. And there is public water nearby, according to our research. Right. Then we have another about 3/4 acre lot in Northampton County, North Carolina. Northampton County, if we zoom out, is again on kind of the northeastern part of North Carolina. Not too far from rivers. Another nice rural area you see, this is kind of like farmland, rural country lot, but there are homes nearby. So it's a quiet residential area. And you can see very green, sort of you call it countryside. And it's not in an HOA, so that's important, very lightly restricted here. And very low annual taxes. So another affordable entry point. Okay, so then we have another Warren County property. And this is also an acre, also off of Lake Gaston. So similar to some of the other lots. Then we're getting into the properties we have listed with a realtor. I'll note that some of these are going to come up soon, so I'll probably be covering them in an upcoming live stream, because I only like to cover the properties that we're listing for sale by owner, because that also means that we offer owner financing on these lots. Here's another Florida lot, just under 1/2 acre in Pasco County. Pasco County is coastal, not too far from Tampa. And the closest town is Newport Richey. And this is another kind of developing area. So you still get some privacy out here, but you can see that development is moving its way in here. Like a lot of Florida lots, it's lightly restricted. No HOA, no deed restrictions. And agricultural residential zoning, which is a very flexible zoning, allows for all kinds of uses, good for anyone looking for like a homestead. As you can see here, these look kind of like homesteads. Another nice affordable entry point. All right, so here's more of our realtor listings. Then we have a set of 4 lots that is almost 3.5 acres in Richmond County. Just want to check the chat for a second. Oh, you have that listing saved. Great. And then my team is is asking, do we have an ETA on when the drone videos, photos and videos will be live on the new North Carolina lots? Hopefully by the end of the day today, but by the end of the weekend, they should be up. So definitely, I'm hoping by the Monday live stream, I'll be able to cover them, because we have a set of, I think it's 6 North Carolina lots that are going to come up. All right, so this is a big lot, another rural North Carolina lot. And I believe this one is also residential agricultural, so very flexible zoning. We do have a perk test on this one as well, so that's very important. It's a good selling point if you're looking to build. And another nice rural area. And I'll just zoom out so we can see where it is. This is more central southern North Carolina. All right. Then a few more North Carolina lots. Actually, I should say I'm going to cover these are the ones that are coming back to market very soon. So we're still wrapping up the listing pages on those. So I'm going to cover them. I guess I'll cover them tomorrow then, or Monday. A property in Bertie County, North Carolina, 1/2 acre on Tar Hill Road. This is again close to water. This is the Albemarle Sound. Another pretty green rural area. We don't have drone footages yet. We should get them soon, but you can see that this is a very green area, and this is an unrestricted land, which means no HOA and no zoning. I know that that kind of land is in big demand because generally that means you can do just about anything you want, although confirm with the county, of course. But I know that's really important for anyone looking for mobile home lots or a place where you can use an RV. All right. And then we have another Putnam lot and a lot in Cherokee County. This is western North Carolina in the mountains for anyone looking for mountain land. So you can see here, this is a nice mountain community off of Owl Creek. This actually comes with 2 little bonus lots along Owl Creek, so you can kind of set up like a picnic area on the creek. And we do have another mountain lot in North Carolina, which I'll cover in a second. Here's some more Putnam lots, and then almost a 1/2 acre in Lee County, Florida. Lee County is outside of, let's zoom out, outside of Fort Myers. And this is Lehigh Acres, which is currently a really popular area for development. A lot of people are building homes out here. Oops. So you can see how many homes are being built, but still plenty of opportunity for people to get in and build their own home at a reasonable price here. It's a pretty big lot for the area, and you can see the images here. Nice residential community. All right, we do have a Putnam on hold. Now we have 2 lots in Burke County, North Carolina. These are, again, another western North Carolina county. One is another mountain lot, like our Cherokee County lot, you can see here. Pretty mountain area for anyone looking for mountain land. And then one that's in town. This is one of the few town lots we have for someone looking for a little more, a few more amenities, a little more of a built-up area. That does mean that public utilities should be available here, public water, sewer, and electricity. And Rutherford College is a cute little college town. Then we have one of our remaining Georgia lots. We got a lot of Georgia lots and they all went pretty quickly. We may have to look into more. This is one of the few remaining ones. It's in Gilmore County, which if we zoom out is northern Georgia in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Very pretty area. And it is in a POA, but the nice thing about this POA is that they rescinded all of their building restrictions. So all they do is maintain the roads for you without putting additional restrictions on the lot, which is really nice. You kind of get the best of both worlds. None of the headaches of an HOA with the maintenance. So that's a nice thing about this lot. Then we have our Klamath County property in Oregon, one of our few Oregon lots. We actually got a lot in Klamath County. It's a southern county close to the Upper Klamath Lake. This is a popular area for homesteading, kind of lightly restricted. You can see there's a lot of space. And finally, we have Oswego County, New York. I like New York a lot. I think rural New York is very pretty. This one actually borders a creek. You can see it has kind of an interesting shape to it. So you get a little bit of a nice backyard creek area if you built the home here. This is in the town of Volney. It's a small town. Like many little towns in New York, not too many building restrictions here. So a pretty pretty area, but Oswego County does actually have a number of amenities. Downtown Oswego is only 15 minutes away, and there is an airport only 10 minutes away. Lake Ontario is also only 15 minutes away. So you do have some amenities here, even though you get kind of the quieter, more peaceful setting. And there should be public water, I'll note, according to our research. All right, so that covers, and let me just check the chats here. Yes, that's a good point. There, now you can see me better, right? Thank you. And yeah, also mention the property numbers. So before I get into the interesting fact, just a note, when anyone calls about a property, you can refer to the property number. That's generally one of the easiest ways to let my team know what lot you're interested in. All of the property numbers are on the table here. You can see these numbers like 121 Oswego 1. Oh, and before I get into the interesting fact, I should mention if you're interested in any properties, what you do to move forward. So of course you can always give me a call. Either I or one of my team members will answer the phone if you have any questions about the property, or you want to talk about what kind of owner financing terms will work for you, because with our owner financing, we don't have set terms. We like to work with each buyer to make sure that we can find a down payment and monthly payment that will be affordable for you. But if you wanted to move forward or hold the property while you do your research, just click buy or hold and go through that automated process. It's very simple. You can also call us if you'd like someone to walk you through the process. Okay, so move the mic over. All right. Is that better? Okay, now the interesting fact that I learned the other day, or yesterday I should say, while we were doing our research, we noticed that in some areas, there are, when you do a perk test to determine whether a septic system will be allowed, it comes back saying that a conventional system might not work. But that doesn't actually mean that you cannot build on the property. There are a lot of alternative systems that can be used these days. And so like an ATU system or aerobic treatment system or a mound system. So that's just the interesting fact. Even in areas like, for example, we saw a few lots that had very, very high water tables, but the local environmental health department, one of the officials there had been working to design a kind of sand system that would work in the area. So there is often an alternative for most properties, even if the perk test comes back initially saying that a conventional system won't work. Right, so just an interesting fact that we were covering in our due diligence the other day. All right, so then I did want to leave a few minutes open for questions if anyone joined, but if not, I will say thank you to everyone who showed up today, and end with just a little gift that we put together for everyone who watches the YouTube channel. Anyone who's interested in land, we put together 17 simple ways to generate income from land, because land is an incredible resource. A lot of people think of it just as an asset to hold or a place to put a home, but there are a lot of other things you can do with land. So here are 17 ways to generate income from land without building on it or without building a home on it. And that's free. I'll include the link in the description if you're interested in that. All right. And so if there are no questions, I will say Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll be here at